Welcome back to Vintage Story. I just feel like pushing against a challenge today. So, we are going to try to get the first of our fortifications done. Special thanks again to Patrick D. Eamond, who's responsible for our opening music today. I'm going to turn that off for now, though, because we'll trust some of the in game music to keep us going just for a while. I'm, just so you know, listening to another playlist a little bit here and there just to sort of keep myself on pace and to keep my voice up. Because when I'm listening to music, I always feel like, while I'm playing games, I have to compete with it a bit and it keeps my volume level up. So I hope everyone's doing well. And yeah, let's get to it. The goal was to build a fort that would filled with things that would take us through winter, and I've been killed by bears many, many times. Unfortunately, the second hour of the last stream, I think it might have been 2 hours, was cut off. So, um, you didn't see me run through the woods, pick up a whole bunch of berries, some bushes too. So we replanted some of those and get some of our food scarcity problems taken care of. Ooh, I overate right there. I was too busy talking. So, thank you for tuning in again. I promise I'm going to do some Star Citizen, some 7 Days to Die, and some other stuff, um, which those are two of my go to games. I'll also do some other stuff. Um, and I have a lot of fun with that. Um, but, not today. I'm in the middle of a challenge with Vintage Story. And, I've been watching, I was editing this morning, which was great. And then I started watching the news and I watched too much news. And I'm sure you know how that goes. You watch too much news. Sometimes you get angry about it and you just can't snap out of it. So I started snapping out of it and I said, why don't I just escape for a bit? Hey, that doesn't make a bowl. I want a sifting bowl. Okay, we'll figure that out. Actually, I don't think it's time for a sifting bowl. So I'm feeling better already, and now I'm in Vintage Story, and I have another challenge to push against. Games are great. Sometimes they just give you that feeling that you're making progress. And of course, you're not really making progress, but oh, that could have actually been bad. The truth is, you just need to feel like you can do something about what's going on. And when you really can't, and you've done everything you can, sometimes playing a game with someone or alone where you can get that feeling of progress makes you feel better. And definitely not ashamed to say that games have actually served that purpose for me in the past. And have to admit, it's kind of doing it for me right now. So, we're shut in for the night because I have no defenses out there and I'm tired of getting killed by bears. I think I got killed by a wolf once in the last hour before I stopped the other day. But I managed to get a lot of stuff back to camp. I think I should try to cook something. So, we're going to empty our hands. Said we're going to empty our hands? Oh, right. Don't worry, I'll get with it. Just give me a second here. And we put that onto the fire. Or what? Oh, it went to a different slot. Yeah, I'm really not with it yet today, so I'll figure it out. Let's see. And reminder, there's a cave down there with some pretty bad stuff in it. Okay, so we've got 2 rye seeds. Got some rye grain. What? Okay, at a guess, I think I can make some porridge. But we're low on food, as usual. Just not as low as we usually are. So I'm going to do this. So 3 of those. And 3 of those. Oh, does it not make anything? Oh, I'm so disappointed. Dark bone ceramic cooking pot. Or dark brown. Okay. Okay, I am disappointed in no small way. Let's see. Try a couple of things. No, I think I need another ingredient. Hmm. So let's see. What? Okay, something I haven't really shown people. Oh, hey. It is Kalmatar or JC. It's good to see you come up online. Thank you for joining me as usual. Um, we're giving Vintage Story another try because, yeah, I feel like pushing against the goal that I set for myself, which is building a fort that will actually fend stuff off. But I'm just checking the encyclopedia for something while my fire goes out. Let's see here. Right, cooking. Let's see. So if I wanted to make porridge, 2 to 4 slots of grain. Oh, okay. I think I get it. Right. So you need more grain than I was expecting. Okay. I'm going to use my torch for a second. I need to see. But I really need to get rid of that stuff. And we're going to get some of this stuff. And get our fire going again so I can cook something. So it's like this. 1, 2, 1. So it's 1 serving, and it's going to be 1 serving. That's too bad, but it should be pretty hearty. And quick. Huh. All right, that'll be my first time cooking in this game since 2018. Not including the stream that I did yet last night with Gina Wee and her uh, friends on their server, where I helped her make meat pies. So how are you doing, Kalmatar? And I'm doing pretty well, recovering from my unfortunate time watching the news after finishing work today. Don't really want to talk about it because, you know, this is supposed to be lighthearted time. But, okay, so you're not doing too bad. That's good. Well, better than bad is good, like the old song says. Of course. Okay, so I'm going to make some pottery. Okay, so I have 3 storage vessels. There's not much in there. Can't say that's an amazing situation. So what we'll do is one of these was for food. I think it was this one. So gonna get the grass out and the sticks. No, I think this was just for raw materials. So we'll use it for food that is uncooked and see how long it lasts. 5.9 years. Rye grain lasts a long time. 3 days. 6 days. Okay. Well, did I grab a bowl? I think I did. So grab that. How long will it last? So it's really hot right now. I'm not going to eat it. So that's a lot of satiation. And it doesn't have a read on how long it'll last yet because it just finished cooking. So what I'm going to do is grab this and just to save some space, put that on there. And it's also wishful thinking. I'm hoping to fill that up real soon. So I'm going to look up how to make a sifting bowl. Wooden pan. Do that by, oh, I just had the pieces of that recipe backwards. Huh? I've lost my wood. Okay, so we do this and we do that. And we get our sifting pan. Cool. And we don't give our knife to storage. All right. Before I do that, I'm going to make sure we get some pottery going. Oh, Star Citizen updated. You were playing a few games earlier. Yeah, they update a lot. I know there was a bunch of stuff to fix in the last patch that was kind of um, in some players' way. So I'm glad to hear that they pushed an update early in the week. Maybe I'll play a bit later. I'm not sure. Depends on how well I get stuck into this. You still have no idea what you're doing. You know what? Maybe I should get in and shepherd you a little bit. Um, if you'd be down for that, I'd be totally happy to give you a hand. Um, it's not something I usually do because I'm not an expert at the game by far. But um, and there is a guide program too, but it is a game that requires a lot of um, it has a very steep learning curve. Star Citizen. Not that this game isn't any different. It's just a different learning curve. But okay, so I've got my sifting pan, so I have something to do tonight. I don't want a planter. Got bowls, cooking pots, and nothing's gonna last long enough for a crock pot. Okay, crucible can wait. You know what? All the storage that I'm using. Oh, you just got the rookie ship. Okay. So I'm curious, did you do the tutorial where it teaches you how to fly to the space station? Because in Star Citizen, I've seen a few people achieve that, but I've also seen someone lose all their starting money when they tried because they didn't know they were trespassing, but they got fined, and it happened to be the same amount that they started with, minus maybe a couple thousand UEEC or whatever they call their currency. But yeah, usually, I don't know, the tutorial is always kind of behind, it seems, in my opinion, because they're always sort of improving things, adding things, and these days it's very quick. And right now, I think they're in the pre-Christmas rush. Ooh. Let's get that. Fill that in automatically. But the tutorial's still good for getting you sort of off the ground. But okay, we'll just get this going because the sooner we get this firing, the sooner we'll have more storage. And I really want to sort things out. These will eventually go into a cellar. Okay, so Kalmatar says he's on a station. And okay. So he says he's on a station and he can walk around there and there are stalls and stuff there. Okay. Well, I don't know if I'll do it tonight, but I will be back on Star Citizen soon. So what we could do is I could tell you when I'm jumping on. So if you want a shepherd, I can maybe help you through some of the first steps. But yeah, I don't know how long I'll be streaming tonight just because I need rest time. That's one of the problems of getting old and having repetitive stress injuries. Even if I feel okay, I still need time to rest my arms and all that stuff so they can properly recover and, yeah, not get all stiff and stop me from writing in comfort. Yeah, sleep is overrated. That is true. Well, I like my sleep. I know the difference between me tired and trying to write, and I push through it. And the and what it's like to actually write well rested. I prefer well rested, but I'll still write when I'm dead tired. It just means I have more work later, which I laugh, but I tell you, sometimes it's a lot of work. Sleep when I'm dead. Yeah, I wish, man. I wish that that philosophy lasted past my 30s, but it didn't, and I'm 51 now, so why did I take so much peat? Okay, let's light this bugger up, and in 24 in-game hours or something, maybe 2 days, we'll have a new storage vessel. Let's crack that. Oh, you're a little older than me. Well, we all need different things as we age, as my doctor told me, which that was actually a good moment because, why can't I? Oh, um, because I was talking about, how I was handling diabetes, and we are talking about my tests, which came out really well, I have to say. I might be medication free in a few months, which is fantastic. Um, but um, yeah, that really did come up. I think she actually said we'd need different things as we age, and I think it was partly a warning too, as in don't get cocky. Okay, so nice thing about sifting is it's kind of like gambling. One, uh, you don't need to hold the mouse button down while you're doing it. Thank you. Yeah, I'm really happy that I might be medication free if I stay good. Um, but yeah, you don't have to hold the mouse button down while you're sifting to keep that bowl going, which is something that I remember used to be a thing ages ago when I first played this game. So obviously they heard the people with carpal tunnel and all that stuff, and they made a change. So it's a nice thing to do overnight. I can't sleep overnight in the cave because I'll wake up hungry, and food is precious, time is precious. I Oh yeah, right at the beginning. Yeah, I was trying to fight the Oh, thank you for telling me, Junoi. Yeah, at the beginning it stopped and started, and I know it probably sent a false announcement out because I'm still fighting the 5 second delay. So maybe I can bug you later and get some advice on that, unless it's something you're stuck with too, because it's killing me. I'm so used to like present back and forth, not this I talk, then wait, or have to fill in the time while I'm waiting for the response. And it has nothing to do with anyone watching because I can't expect everyone to be typing ninjas. Okay, yeah, you've suffered a tiny delay for a while. I'm sure it's something that is in the, what am I finding? Is in the system, but flint arrowhead, I found one flint. It's not the best stuff to sift on both streams. Oh, you mean YouTube and um the Twitch, which I'm streaming on right now. Um, yeah, yeah, it's pretty universal. It's not Twitch's fault. It's totally a setting in the streaming software, OBS. So, um, it's unfortunate, but hey, I just pulled a piece of copper. All I need is 20 more and more basalt. Why is it basalt? But yeah, so I'll work on it. It'll get fixed. It's all the tutorials are saying the same thing, and I do what all the tutorials say, and doesn't seem to really work. But it wasn't really bugging me last night when I was on Gina's stream. So who knows? Maybe there's actually another setting somewhere. Am I walking on where? Water. Oh no, I'm in water. Standing in water while I sift this because I need water to sift through the gravel. I don't need basalt. That just came with the sifting. Um this is the crappy stuff I was able to find to sift right before I jumped into bed. So clear quartz, nice. That's a window. Okay. This might be good. It's giving me basalt, which I'm going to throw away the moment I leave the cave. But it's also given me 3 copper, which is pretty good. And do I have more stuff to sift? Please? Did I bring more dirt with me? Okay, I'm going to have to plant those. So I'm going to have to make a hoe. Fresh for 9 days. Okay. No, I don't think I brought more soil. It's too bad. But I have to make a hoe anyway, so. And what is this? Oh, I found blue clay. That's cool. We'll just put that away for now. And I guess I'll put the quartz away too. That's a future window or part of one. And oh, you were picking Kalmatar was saying I was picking up a bunch of copper and quartz on the surface of his game, but he had no way of keeping it or yeah, sometimes the best thing to do in keeping it or storing it, or using it. Well, sometimes the best thing to do with that stuff is to just mark where you found it and leave it there so you can go back and dig underneath because um I don't know if I want to keep flint arrowheads. Because um you there's always a deposit under the ground that's larger than what you find on the ground. So that can be really helpful. Wow, that provides enough light for the cave. What time is it? Oh, sun's up. Okay, so we're gonna put our thing down. What do I do with those bottle looking things? Oh, the seeds. I think you're referring to that. Those are seeds, so you plant them. I forgot to make a hoe. Let's do that. So I will demonstrate in a moment because I really want to get stuff growing fast. That's the hoe head. It's so small. Okay, let's get it done quick. Oh, there we go. And we put the hoe head up. There we go. And if I lose my hoe, it's not a big deal. But I don't want to lose anything today. Okay. And my storage is officially a mess again. Yay. Okay, so I really want okay, I'm gonna eat the bush meat. I really want to make a dish with those berries, but I know I'm just being silly. How do I make BMs? Um, can you define BMs? I know I'm thinking about the wrong thing. And it's really funny to me right now, but I know I'm not getting your meaning, so. So we'll just lock up one, leave that there. Oh, bookmarks. I don't know. I don't think I ever have in this game, honestly. So I don't know. how you make bookmarks in this game. Um, but I guess I never really thought of it because habitually I type really quickly. So that's a lot of bushes. Oh, drop a pin. So you hit M and you right click and then choose what color the bookmark will be or the map marker will be, name it, and what symbol you want. And then you just hit save. So yeah, I'm glad you cleared that up. So I don't know. I watched a lot of Gemini Tay because I was looking for a very uh, sort of relaxed streamer who played this game. And while most of them are relaxed, she was kind of one of the first ones who came up. And I've watched a bunch of her Minecraft tutorials, and they were really good. Uh-oh. I hear. Oh, there's a rift. Okay, so I need to get to water because I'm not creating a permanent farm. I'm just creating a farm for now because everything's medium fertility soil. And we'll plant our rye seeds and check on the turnips. Thank you, Gina. She's the one who dropped those turnips there. And so they're pretty healthy. That's pretty healthy. Okay. So the rye is going to take a while to grow, especially since I think it'll come out stunted, but I don't care. I just need food that I can depend on. But yeah, so I hope everyone's doing well. I know some of you are at work, others are just at home tuning into me, which is wonderful. What am I after here? Gina Wee replies, bleh. And that's the Gina Wee that I was hanging out with last night. So you can see that on the Snooze Frenzy YouTube channel because it's kind of chaos. I helped her make pies. We went on a little adventure. I explored the village that they have set up on their server, which is incredible. That makes me feel very humble. Um, and yeah, there's a lot of chatter and a lot of fun. So I'm going to look for a little bit more food. And of course, Gina just said she wishes she was playing on my server with me, which that would be a heck of a lot of fun. But I have a feeling that there would be a problem with her playing this game at work. I just have a, you know, I'm just making an assumption here. Okay, so what am I looking for? I am looking for copper. Okay, so this might have been the copper that Gina found when she was playing the first time we loaded this server up. Um, but man, am I happy I discovered it too. Kalmatar says, I am currently watching and listening to this on my computer and phone. And phone. Okay. I didn't know I was a two-screen experience. Oh, so your computer's getting more lag than your phone is. That's interesting. Yeah, and these things are a mystery to me at this point, and I think it's the same with a lot of streamers. But it could be as simple as Twitch prioritizing the app for a little while. Who knows? Because I know they're pushing it. Um, I got an ad for it on my TV the other day, so it's kind of interesting. Okay, so let's see. What I should be doing is looking for more food, looking for more stuff to plant. Okay, so Kalmatar says this is normal to every stream he's ever watched even with YouTube. Wow, could be just the latency on the networks. What was that? That was slate. I don't need slate. So, the mysteries of the internet. What can I say? It's a miracle that it works as much as it does. And I'm grateful for it. That is a puppy. I'm going the other way. Not that I'm afraid of a puppy, but I'm afraid of its mama. Because there are no domesticated dogs in this game. Okay, Kalmatar says it's just easier to chat on the computer. This is true. That's why I don't think I've ever watched a live stream on my phone. Not that I have an active preference. It's just usually if I'm watching a live stream, it's on my TV or on my computer. I used to watch live streams while I was playing games, and a lot of the times it wasn't even the game I was playing, which is a little weird, but um, okay, I think I want to take these home. Okay, I won't use my axe. But now I am streaming, so I've got you guys for entertainment. um, so entertain me. I'm just kidding. Um, Kalmatar says, I can type a heck of a lot faster on the keyboard than one finger hit on my phone. Yep, same here. My thumb foo is really bad. It's not as bad as it used to be, but I'm not very quick on a touch screen, which is too bad. But I'm looking at turning an old, inexpensive, meaning cheap, Lenovo tablet into a control interface for Star Citizen. So basically, instead of looking at a heads-up display in the cockpit of a fighter or oh crap, cool, or another starship, and there goes my axe because I have no gift of foresight. Um, that's a doggy that I'm hearing, and I'm gonna run. Yep, it's right behind me. um, but yeah, so basically, it turns that tablet into a control surface, so you can um, interact with it just like you're in your cockpit, because there are touch screens in your cockpit in the game too. So it's kind of cool. I don't know what it would do for this game. I think it would, because the program that you use to add that tablet can do other stuff too. But I bet you could turn it into a crafting screen for this game. But, which I think would be really cool. Anyway. And I'm sure there's a plugin for Minecraft, so it wouldn't be really a big deal to create a screen for this is dangerous. Oh, that was close. Whoa. Wow. Okay, I almost fell down a hole. Going to pay a little more attention to the ground. I'm going to dig myself some conglomerate sand because I want to do more sifting, but only at night. So for now, this is what I will sift. But yeah, there was a commenter in one of the previous streams that suggested that I create a moat around my base, which I think would be a great idea. Because I could turn predators into dinner, which sounds really good. So maybe I'll actually go back and do that once I've gotten a stack of peat and maybe done a quick search for a few leaves. And my tools are all pretty bad. What hit me? I think something just threw something at me. There he is. Come back. You're the star of the show. Drifters. Don't like it when they throw things at me or bother me or I think he came from that cave. But it is time to loot him. Uh-oh. Is he not alone? No, I think he's alone. Wow. There are so many holes in this world. It is scary. Conglomerate, conglomerate. That was a butterfly. And I need to eat. So we get to taste our rye porridge. Yay! That like filled up half our bar. That's so good. Such a nice difference. I feel like I'm tearing up because the food scarcity has been so tough. Let's see. Okay, we're looking for that bunny. I think I'm going to chase it for real. Oh, it's a fox. I'll take the bushmeat. It's kind of not worth it because if I run after him, I'll be spending satiation. And that's not really what I'm here for. I'm here for all the cranberry bushes. And the cranberries. That's what I'm really here for. I'm here to steal all the shrubberies. And, of course, these guys, so I can finally transplant some cattails instead of eating them all. And I hope that there isn't a bear around. I really didn't look up before I dove in the water. But bears do slow down in the water, so do I, but I think we end up at the same pace. So that's not a bad thing. Just get all the cattails so I can transplant them like a dirty colonist. And I said I wasn't going to get political, and I won't, but it's kind of fun to imagine that this is like some kind of prison colony and I just got dumped off on the shore or something. I have to make up a story. Give me enough time and I'll make up a story about just about anything. Come on. There we go. And that's another rift opening up. What time is it? It is 2 in the afternoon in-game. So I'm going to take a sweep just through the edge of the forest, and if I see seeds, I will grab seeds. But I'm actually pulling in quite a Stone Age haul. Okay, so I'm going to eat a few of these cranberries. Kalmatar says, I love to make up stories about things. However, my stories are never as good as yours. Well, thank you very much. I enjoy flattery. I just don't know how to take it. I'm really bad at accepting compliments. But I've had a lot of practice. And I've also had an awful lot of feedback. What did I just hear? I kind of miss having like an indicator telling me which kind of biome I'm in, because I like knowing when I'm on the edge of a biome, just so I can kind of peek in one biome to the left, another one to the right. Oh, good. It's flint. I could really use some flint. Gimme. Because I need to make... What do I need to make? A spear would be handy. A knife would be handy. Okay, I need to make all the things, apparently. Shovelhead. Okay, we'll do the knife blade because that's up next. That's going to die next. Come on, get out of the way. Wow, I suck at this today. Okay. Okay. Knife blade and cool. We can leave it there because when our knife dies, the new one will pop right into its place. So I am looking for seeds and I don't see a home hardware anywhere near here. There's a mushroom. That's excellent with mushrooms. Suddenly I feel like a lucky hobbit, even though I'm 6'2". And that's my dagger broken. Okay, cool. I'm so glad I made a new one. I think next I'm going to make the spear because I feel like I'd like some self-defense, even if it is Stone Age self-defense. Okay, so we have one grain at home. Kalmatar shrooms. Not those kind of shrooms. Though I think there are those kind of shrooms in this game. Shrooms that make you feel a little different, i.e., they make the screen a little different, but still. Hey, winter can get pretty boring if you haven't like set up a whole village like Gina's people have. So, some funny shrooms. I could imagine would be a good bit of entertainment. Not that I'm endorsing the use of them in real life or in games. Be good, kids. Um, yeah, let's see here. So what I'm really looking for is anything that grows on the ground like turnips or carrots or greens, especially flax. And you never know what you'll find in the forest. Oh, Kalmatar died eating shrooms in the game. Yep. Yep, that nearly happened to me. I learned my lesson by That's right. Okay. I just realized I know where there's a beehive. And bees equal honey, which equals food, and I will learn all the things about bees. Because I also think they replicate, which is kind of awesome. If you give them a really cool place to hang out. Okay, no fish, no cattails. What good are you? Okay, so I'm gonna take a second. Oh, wait, did I just see something? I mean, I'm hearing insects, but they could just be insects for all I know. Let's see. I am going to start a playlist so I can enjoy a little music for myself. I hope you guys are playing something. I forgot to link my beats or something. I forgot to link the playlist I'd be listening to today, but I will in the future. Sadly, I had to split my YouTube channel into two channels. So, oh, what do we have here? Oh, look at that. We've got our first spammer of the day. And possibly a scammer, but I'm not making any allegations. Um, and he says, best viewers, streamboo.com. And he's got a special link for me. No, thank you, sir. I don't believe that you can actually get me viewers that really matter. And I'm happy to call you out as what I believe may be a scam. Please don't attack my channel because I'll report you every time. Okay, I need room for those seeds. Uh, sorry, I have a kind of personal beef against scammers. I've personally known a few people who got pulled in by some pretty bad stuff. Okay, so what am I going to get rid of? Hurry. Okay, the most important things are these seeds. Precious, precious seeds. So that's granite. What is that? That's slate. Okay. So we'll look around one more time, then we'll take our bounty home. Because we're all full of good stuff. And I don't have a shovel. Okay, I'm gonna fix that right now. Shovel head. There we go. Everything feels very safe and relaxed right now. I'm kind of happy about that. Which means that now's the time this game bites me in the ass. And totally expect that. I know. Okay, there we go. So I see peat. I will get some peat and we'll move on. Okay, so what I'm going to do is drop that, grab that so we can keep a live tally of how much peat I've collected. Just try to get that stuff out of the ground into my inventory so I can run home and put all my cool stuff away. Oh, crap. It's you? Well, let's see if my spear lasts. Don't turn around. No, no. You started this fight. Oh, he swept at me. And now you're dead. Any friends? Bears? Nope. Let's see if he's got anything valuable. Search his pockets. Nope. Shrooms? I need those mushrooms. I have a pot for you. Okay, this is a good hunting day. Feel like I'm pushing my luck by staying out with a full inventory of good stuff. Okay, let's see. I don't know what that was. Wait. Huh, is that... Okay, I think I just saw a couple things at once that might be really cool. I'm just going to look around and check my luck. So, that texture looks like it might belong to ruins. What is it? Meteoric iron? Okay, not ruins, but better. I can't mine that, but damn, I need to mark it. So I'll mark it with blue. That's a huge find. Hopefully that'll mark it clearly. Yeah, I think that's clear enough. And it's time to go home. It's getting dark. Where is home? Whoops. Okay, that's pinned, so I can just run. I got a little confused by my gravestone. Do not like being stuck after dark. But now I have that marked so I can get back to the meteoric iron and look around from there because I think I saw some high quality soil, which may have a different name in this game. But that stuff is amazing for farming. So it's pretty important. Okay, fine. I'll stop for mushrooms. I mean, I have a stack going and I've got some grain on me. We can make a nice meal. Any other ones? No, no, no. Okay, time to go. Okay. Trying to avoid any suspicious holes. What is that? Ah, shit. Yeah, I don't swear often, but this time, yep. Bear just took most of my health in one hit. I gotta get home with all this stuff. Yeah, run, my fellow chickens. Run. The bear is over there, and he looks hungry. Rush through the woods. Hope that's just another chicken or a fox. And I hope the bear eats that instead. Oh, I'm burning through food like crazy. My satiation is going down, 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 and I need to dodge that bear too. Holy crap. Don't stop running. I don't know what that was. That might have been a lot of different things. I wandered a lot further from my house or hole than I thought I did. And I have nothing ready to block my hole with. So I hope that I run for such a long time that the bear's no longer interested in me. Shit. Oh. Yep, he's still back there. I heard him growl. Hopefully he fell in the pit, got distracted, and just kept falling. Oh, this could be really bad. Why? Why are you still behind me? Look at all the berry bushes. Doesn't that make you hungry for berries? Oh, I'm dead. Well, that could have been worse. Okay. That's death cap, so that's not worth grabbing. And I think I just want to go home. Going the wrong way. Well, it wouldn't be a vintage story stream without me getting eaten by a bear. I think once I have all the right armor, I'm all set with a great defensive setup. I'll still find a way to get eaten by a bear. It's just I'm earmarked as bear food. It's just the way it is. So just going to take a second though, because if I die right now, the stakes aren't very high. Oh, look, it's a bear. Oh, he took a bite and walked away. I should be insulted. What? I'm not good enough for you? Is he behind me? Oh, it's just, my God, the gall. He just took a bite and left. I mean, it's like, here's too much spice. Well, thank you, Kamatar, I think. Okay, why am I shedding light? Maybe it's just I'm so spicy? I don't know. You said it. Well, let's see here. Okay, I'm going to have to do a bunch of jumping apparently. Or not. Just fall carefully. So, that is kind of an interesting situation. What the? Caves are bad. It is an interesting situation where my gravestone twice now has marked my house, my home. Come on. I need to go around the hill this time, I think. Okay, I'm just going to hurry up because if I don't hurry up, all that stuff I picked up will be gone. Go, go, go. And it's getting darker. The sky looks amazing. Yeah, stars are coming out. But if I look at the stars, I may fall down a hole. I wonder how often that happened in real life. Don't really need to know the answer to that, but I'm sure it happened a few times. Might have cost us a few ancient astronomers. Wow. Okay. Jumped over a lot of that. Okay, I'm just going to dig my way out. Dig and claw, man. And that bear is probably still there. Maybe. There he is. Is he coming towards me? Okay. Oh, yeah, he's coming towards me. I don't want to die again. Even though I have nothing on me, I do not want to die. Oh, yeah, he's on me. That sucked. Oh, now it's two bears. Two is better than one, I guess, Mr. Washing Toad says. Good to see you. As you can tell, things are going the way things are going. Um, but I think I spawned closer to home, which is good. I hope the bear wanders off, really. But am I that lucky? We'll find out. Okay. Oh, come on. I'm in a. This should give you like a stack of dirt when you spawn, just so you can navigate around stuff better. But this game isn't about giving you advantages. I mean, I just heard something nasty right over there, right behind me. Hopefully, I can outrun it. Okay, so. Oh, hi. Crap. Not in a chatty mood, huh? That is a bow guy. And that hurt. Now I'm in a cave with these guys. I swear, I'm generally pretty good at games. And I'm not really talking about World of Warcraft good. I actually mean, like, pretty good. Okay, so we're going to try to find our way out of this cave. Because it wouldn't be sporting to just kill myself again. So I could, you know, try. What? Okay. Try out navigating the game through death. But yeah. So how are you doing, Mr. Washing Toad? I'm getting used to your nickname now. Okay. So this is problematic. I'll run while you type. And yep. Found my way back into a dead end that I was aware of just a moment ago. I have to loop around. Splitting my eye time between a map that shows the shape of a great big hill and my actual running. I really don't want to lose all that stuff. So you're frozen, Mr. Washing Toad. I know what that's like. And Toad is fine. Okay. So I'll call you Toad. So you're experiencing your coldest ever recorded temps that early. Yeah, weather's weird. Weather's weird these days. Not quite everywhere, but pretty much. You know, normally this time of year, it's high 20 degrees Celsius or low 30s. And that the month you were just through was just below 3 degrees Celsius. Yeah, that's a huge difference. Um, yeah, here. Oh no, Kalmatar just died in his game. Starting to. Oh god, of course there's stuff that I want to. Gold drop. Okay, so if I survive, I'll have a mushroom to show for my journey. It was 31 degrees Sunday. Yeah, that is a huge flip. And that's Celsius. So here, usually, I'm up in Northern Ontario in Canada. Um, usually it's 31 degrees at, sorry, on the 31st of October, Halloween, we get our first snow. Wow, did that flip in my head? Um, but we didn't get any sign of snow until I guess it was Sunday. So it was about 10 days late, 9 or 10 days late. God, I am so screwed. My stuff is just going to rot away. I should have just run to it and like refreshed it, given myself a few minutes, but oh, I had all those seeds. I had a feeling I should start up a 7 Days to Die game. With the hours I have in that game, I know I'm truly expert level. Like, honestly, that's not boasting. I'm actually pretty sad about how much time I spent playing that game. It was LAN parties and weekends and a few hours during the week here and there, days off. Always had found a way to have fun with it. But Toad says we normally have almost walked off a cliff. We normally have summer and then just summer junior before summer starts again. Okay, that is different. I'm gonna fall because I'm in a hurry. Cool. Time to go home. Kalmatar says we just got out of our first inch of snow. Wow, okay. Oh, I'm not complaining about the situation here. I'm just saying it took an extra little while to be chilly. And Mr. Toad says the normal. Okay, so usually the kind of cold that they're experiencing at Mr. Toad's neck of the woods um, doesn't come until January or February. And yeah, of course, Kalmatar is apologizing for foul language referring to the weather. Hey, on a list of things that we cannot conveniently change, the weather is right up there. So sometimes all you can use against it is foul language, even if it doesn't really work. If it makes you feel better, it works. Okay, that bear is there, or he isn't there. Either way, I have to run to my stuff, pick it all up, break, and die. But, oh, I didn't die. Holy crap, he's going to be in my base. Or not. Okay, someone yelled at their screen when they saw that I got hit by the bear and then paused and said, I'm dead, when I wasn't really dead. Someone yelled at the screen. Thank you for your sympathy. Um, but as you can see, I'm all right. And I got all the important stuff. I think I missed a tool or two. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, I like the fact that I get invested in games. Means my own sense of suspension of disbelief is working. And man, am I going to cook up some stuff? It'll all be vegetable and green, but okay, that's peat. So I'm going to fuel the fire. But I mean, it'll still be damn good. So here we go. So we're going to try to do. Can I get away with 6 helpings or whatever? I have 5 cranberries. So no. Yeah, yeah. It says no matching recipe found. I'll move things around because there's mushrooms and all kinds of cool stuff in this. So we'll start with grains. Go to that. Go to that. What is it? Spelt grain. So I should be able to make bread, but I might have to grind it. Okay. Fresh for a long time. Oh, okay. Yeah, so it has to be ground. Cool. Okay. So I'm glad to have it. have to move things around to make that. Huh, turnip puffball stew. I'm disappointed I can't add the berries to it. But at least with this, I can make 6 servings. So much food all of a sudden. Not great food. And there's a bear out there. But no, that doesn't go in. Does this work? No, I don't think you can make real food with those roots. Let's get her going. I really hope bears can't dig through dirt. Because I'm going to have to dig like a back door if he stays there. Okay, so we're going to put some crap away. Look, new storage space. What? Oh, it's over there. That's really well timed. Spelt, some puffball mushrooms. We don't store basalt stone here. The seeds. Okay, we'll use that because we're going to be stuck. So I think I can make some mushroom stew too. Mr. Toad says the bear is trying to deliver my food and possibly furs. Yeah, I wish that was the situation, but honestly, I have a flint spear. That's the best thing I can make. That doesn't do much for bears. Okay, that's why I'm putting all my stuff away, because dealing with him is going to cost me. Probably a couple lives. It's going to be interesting. But if I do kill him, yeah, it's going to be a lot of food. It's why you don't need a pit trap. At least 2. Yeah, it's why I do need a pit trap. Yeah, this is part of the plan. Like, I think it's actually sort of in the title where I'm like, I'm building fortifications. But I wanted to go get other stuff first. So I did. This is the cost. Okay, so that's just basalt stone, which I kind of despise at this point. It doesn't really do much for me. So get rid of that. It'll just rot down there. Wait. Wait. Okay. So it is currently 5 in the morning already? I guess I spent the night running around, which means it's almost dawn. Okay. Not being a wimp here. Oh, there's my flint knife. Okay, I'm going to have to put everything away. Because I have a plan. It's not a good plan, I don't think. But it is a plan. I'm going to have a bit of a meal. See how much that fills me up. Not bad. And, oh God, I'm eating so much of the food. All right, so pick that up. Okay, maybe I don't, but I will pick that up. Because sometimes you get 3 deep, eh? Okay, so Mr. Toad says you want your moat to be 3 deep. That makes sense. Just haven't gotten around to it. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly sift this, because sometimes you find copper or better tools and, say, spearheads in sifted stuff. I've also found a golden necklace, which wasn't quite as useful because it only melts down into a nugget. It's pretty far from useful gold, but It is definitely better than nothing. And so far, I've got flint, mildly helpful, and a nugget. Well, I'm going to quickly do this. Kind of wasting daylight, but I want to take my at least a little chance of getting a better tool. This would be nice to kill this bugger. It's almost like I need two houses. One where I usually spawn, and another one. Oh wow, 2 copper, and another one here, my real home. But yeah, so I'm gonna have to face the bear, I think. Ow. Hmm. There's a nearby hole that I could maybe try to guide him to. Poking him in the face, it's gonna take like between 8 and 15 hits with a um, flint spear, which is a bit excessive. I'll definitely die a few times while I'm trying to do that. Unless he's too big to move through a single square and I can stay out of his reach and poke him. Well, either way, I'm making spears because the nicest thing about a spear is you can throw them. My aim may suck, but I will make attempts. And what did I just find? Copper arrowhead. Rats. No bow. Okay, Mr. Toad says, if I remember correctly, the bears are 2 blocks wide. I hope you remember correctly. Okay, so we'll just put this down. I said we'll put this down. Thank you. And I guess we'll put our arrowhead with the other arrowheads. Click. So that's flint arrowhead. Oh well. And is there copper in there? No. Wait. Yep, there is copper. Okay, I have all the flint. I need all the sticks. Okay. So food-wise, can't actually remember how to remove the pot from the... Oh, there it is. Weird. Just space there. Thinking of bear. So that goes there. It'll last... Well, it'll last a heck of a long time. And it might be a little overcooked. Actually, it would say if it was overcooked. So we'll put the peat back. How many... I only have 2 flint? Oh, I've got 44 flint. Excellent. That rhymed and I'm not proud of it. Sorry folks, this is going to take a minute because I have to make a few spearheads. Okay, do it again. Okay, that's going to be number 3. The love theme from Top Gun is not a good song for this. I really should take it off my list. Yeah, I have to advance to the next song. This is not getting me in the mood for fighting a giant bear when I'm in wooden armor. This is what I get for listening to my 80s playlist for 2 hours. Now when my other playlist runs out, it's playing 80s. So much 80s. One. So do they stack? I don't actually know. Right, so they don't stack, but they replace each other when you throw one. And one more just for good luck. So I don't think 4 are going to kill him even if I hit every time. And if I remember correctly, throwing spears does more damage than holding them, which doesn't actually make sense. So I'm probably wrong, but it's worth checking. Let's go for lucky number 7. I know this is not entertaining stream. Me sort of my character getting fear sweats while he makes spearheads. But I don't want to die again. Besides, what's a good stream without steaks? Bear steaks. Let's see here. Okay, I need to put my bowl down because we're going to war. Okay, I'm almost fully healed. That is an arrowhead. That is an arrow. That is a feather. I mean, I have stuff to make. Yeah, I have stuff to make arrows, but okay. Hello, Mr. Bear. Where are you? Can I like draw his attention, I wonder? This is kind of hilarious in its own way. Okay, so when did I get... Okay. This is going to be so stupid. Hi, Bear. Where are you? Where'd you go, Mr. Bear? You're behind me, aren't you? Nope, not this time. Did he wander off? Well, I'd be happy, but it is anticlimactic. Okay. So I think I'm going to go get my shovel. And yeah, in my head, I'm like, okay, so how big is my area going to be? How big is this fort going to be? Well, I'm going to take Mr. Toad's advice, which I never disagreed with. I just put it off a while. And I'm going to get up there. My shovel and get to work. Because I have food. Nope. I can make more food. Oh, I don't need water. Okay. Took me a moment to figure out how to put the water back. Okay. So we're going to put this back on the fire. Get it burning. How about... There we go. We'll try some of this. It'll be mushroom stew, but what else do I have? I'm happy to have that. What is that? Ooh, rye green. Okay. So it might be a bit more filling. Rye green, one kind of mushroom, two kind of mushroom. Oh, it's too bad. Ooh, hefty soup. Or stew. Let's do it. Where's my torch? Did I not pick up my torch? Oh, I picked it up. Cool. It's not important, but... Okay, that's running. I'm just going to put my torch there. My porch. And we're going to keep the spears on us. Not the food. But... we're also going to plant our berries. I don't think they're drawing the bears to us. But I wouldn't blame the designers if they put that in there. Quartz and a flint knife. I may as well grab an old flint knife. And most importantly, my shovel. Do I have a shovel? What? Okay. Nope, I've got an axe. I got another knife there. I hear the giant dog upstairs greeting my neighbor. It's always a full body tackle with those two, which is pretty awesome. Sometimes the biggest dogs are the sweetest dogs. And I think that one still thinks he's a lap dog. This cat shenanigan is so exhausting, Ginoe says. What's going on? He's a Rottweiler, yeah. I'd guess pure breed, because that is a big, definitely a Rottweiler. Okay, put the sticks away. And if that bear's out there, boy, am I ever gonna poke him at least once before he kills me. It's raining again. I'm just gonna call this fort, like, I'm gonna look up a modest fort in England and name this place after it, because it's raining all the time here. Kalmatar says, Roddies are fun and very big babies. Yeah, that's my experience. Okay, so I guess what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the natural shape of this to help me out. Save me some digging. Okay, so I'm going to look around. No bear. Don't see it anywhere. And I'm going to plant these seeds because why not? That's good. There's no organization to this right now. I just need to get this going. Still paranoid about the bear. So, I know this isn't a thing in this game, and I think it's too bad, but I'd love for there to be drawbridges. I think I'd absolutely love that. That would complete my castle fantasy. Okay. So Ginoe says that the stray cat that was chipped, Marco? Yeah, I remember Marco. They charged the rescue for the neuter, but he was already fixed. That's ridiculous. And that would have saved you a lot of heartache in regards to giving him back to his owner. And then she goes off. Yeah, well, Gina is probably watching the stream while she's pretty busy right now, so... Yeah, she'll be in and out. Okay, so I think this was the edge I was digging on. This is going to be a big pit. See, this is the problem. Digging the pit will cost me a lot of food. It'll eat my satiation away almost as fast or as fast as running. But it helps to have something to trap bears and wolves and stuff with. The problem is if I have to work in food insecurity, um, I might have to go farming for food in desperation. But if I do capture a bear or a wolf and I manage to kill it, that ends in food insecurity for a while. So it's kind of a catch-22. I'm burning calories like crazy by doing this, and costing myself food. But if I'm really lucky, and I mean really lucky, the payoff's going to be really good. So we'll see. It's a gamble. But what do you do? I mean, what isn't? So... that's one shovel. How'd I do? I think I got the whole front face. Cool. And as far as dirt's concerned, I kind of want to keep it. Because you can pack dirt. You can turn it into a building material. Yeah. So, make another shovel. Put some dirt wall up. Yeah, of course I didn't take it with me. Oh, major itch. Okay, and I need my sticks. Alright. We'll just make 2 shovels. Because I think this is our day today. In terms of, like, in-game day, I want to be done by the time the sun sets in game. And I'm sure I'm going to fall in my own hole. At least once or twice. It happens. Hell, it happens in real life. I know someone who fell into a hole and knocked himself out of commission when they were digging a new foundation. So, talk about a big obvious hole. It happens. Okay, where's the other? Oh, there's 2. Okay, cool. So that might not be enough, but I need to check on the stew, which is done. Gimme. So we put that there. And we're going to have to eat. And it's just 1 serving, but what does it do for us? Oh, I ate it too hot. I'm an idiot. Took it right. I know this. I've been alive for a while. If you take something off of a fire, you end up, and you take something off of a fire that was cooking. What is it? It's really hot. I don't know. I'm thinking about the bear. That's my excuse. I've got bear on the brain. Give me the mushroom. Okay, so still, it's a bad look. Okay, so this isn't going to do anything with the mushroom. But I'm still going to try. No. So what I can do is make 1 serving of mushroom stew, I think. Yeah, puffball stew. That'll do. Fire needs wood or fuel. We'll get some of that. And we'll have some food. but I'm running low. So I really hope we can get this done. Or those berry bushes go off. Okay. So I'll keep going around. Maybe. Actually, I kind of want to go down one. And I have to remember to look up. Could be right behind me. Check those bushes. Nope. I really want the berries to go off. That would be so much food. Okay, it's a very weird, jagged hole. I'm not proud of it, but if we need elevation, this is a fast way to get it. Let's see, so... Also, I didn't know how interesting just digging a hole for like 10 minutes or 20 minutes on stream would be. That's kind of an important thing to keep in mind sometimes. Give me the grass. I need grass. Or I will eventually, because I'm going to be doing pottery, all kinds of stuff. I don't know. So, I guess this brings the question on, right? I know there's at least one person who would rather see me play Star Citizen. But there are other games on the table, one which I'm pretty good at, 7 Days to Die. I've got a couple thousand hours in on that. Actually, more. Not proud of it, but I'm good at it, and I still enjoy some aspects of the game enough to do a really fast playthrough. With a really solid goal, because I know the game extremely well. I can set goals that are very specific and entertaining. So that is an option. I could also play something totally new. There's a new game called, God, I think it's called Tavern Keeper Simulator. I have to double check the name. But it's got great reviews, and I love the developers of that game. They actually made a game that I played on the sofa for hours while I was watching stuff, called Game Developer Simulator. And I don't know what it was about that game, but it had its hooks in me, and every couple of years I'll power it up, and for a good, I don't know, for a couple of weeks I'll just play around with it. And it's the simplest game, but man, is it fun. And Tavern Keeper Simulator is their opus. They've been working on it for years. And the reviews are good. So that's what I would like to call option X. So I am actually asking everyone watching, which for a minute there, I think I was up to 6 people watching. Now I'm down to 4. That's cool. I'm a new streamer. That's not insignificant at all. Thank you for being here. And my thanks for... I'm so thankful that you're here that I am going to let you decide what I play next. Okay, yeah. So that's one shovel down. Mr. Toad says there is one sci-fi game coming out soon, Stellar Trader, which looks interesting. It's currently on Steam for a playtest. I mean, I can't say I'm not interested, but right now my sci-fi game is Star Citizen because there's some really interesting developments going on there, and the game looks damn good. So I don't know about that. But I'll take a look at it. Is it Star Trader? Stellar Trader. Okay. I'll take a look. But you're outside of the voting box, my friend. This is going to be a sizable moat. It's too bad I'm almost starving. I don't do these projects small. They're always big. But yeah, so Stellar Trader, I'll take a look. What can I say? It's not something I had on my list. And this is probably the game I'm actually worst at in terms of games that I'm playing right now. I'm having fun. Like, that's the great thing. Sign of a good game is, even if you're terrible at it, if it's fun, it's still worth it. And I don't think I'm terrible, I just think I'm not great, and it's early game. And unless you're absolutely amazing as a gamer and play all the block games all the time, I think this game kind of kicks your butt at first. I think it's just a trademark of the game. Okay, have I dug the day away? Yes. Close to the end of the day. Shoot. Well, I think I might make another shovel and chance it. Or I'm going to do the other thing. Okay, just start here and create. There we go. So this is my way of making this much faster work. Nope, nope, nope. Is there a bear around there? No. Okay, did I just make a step? Yep. Okay, that's gone. But it's interesting, there are a lot of space games coming out right now, or about to come out. It's pretty interesting. I don't have time to play too many titles though, so it's too bad. I wish I had all the time in the world to try all the space games, all the fantasy games. Whoops. But yeah, I'm not a high school kid. Even they don't have all the time in the world, but when I was high school aged, yeah, I mean, I was into music a lot. I was into Dungeons and Dragons a lot. We didn't have the most up-to-date computer, so we had a Commodore 64 when I was a teenager, which was really old for the time. So I didn't have access to all the latest games. But I still messed around with the good old Commodore 64 and started up something like Defender of the Crown, which I was tempted to play as a stream for a few minutes at the beginning, just as a joke, so I probably will do that. Oops, I went a bit too far. Okay. Oh, I can... No, that's useless there. Cool. Well, that's a little bit better. Or part of the way there. So yeah, I want creatures to fall in my pit so I can go back for the meat. Okay, we gotta get copper going because once I get shears, I can get those berry bushes growing faster because they can be pruned and we can get real tools. Okay. Yeah, I'm starving to death. I hear ya. Did I bring my bowl with me? Yeah, I did. Not too bright. Okay, now I have to wait for this to cool. That's not good. Can I just put rye grain in there? Or not? Oh, right. Empty hand, I think. Move it back. Okay. Still remembering how to play this game. It's been a very long time. Yeah, I need at least 2 bits of rye. And I need to put a fence around the around the little farm we have started. Okay, so 240 saturation, but it's too hot to eat, so I'd actually damage myself right now. I'll wait because whatever damage I take now, I'll just regenerate after. Besides, I have to honk. Okay, how's our stew doing? Still. Okay, we're not going to concentrate on that right now. Just ignore the crippling hunger. Okay, put the medium fertility soil away and that. We'll grab something to sift. Oh, I have spelt seeds. And conglomerate sand. That's what we wanted here. And I'm going to take half of those and cook them. So I need to move that. And now, right. No. I'm terrible. Okay, so put those on there and we'll get some fuel. Oh, go. Okay, how's our stew? All right, it's ready to eat. And it gave us almost no nutrition at all. Oh, crap. Okay, so really too bad. Give me my thing and we'll start that up because we're going to need those roots. We're going to need our plan B. But hey, we made it through the whole day. We got to the end of the day digging that pit and we didn't starve. We exhausted the food we had loaded up, but we didn't starve. So that's cool. I was kind of worried about nothing. I'm all right with that being sort of the theme of this playthrough, or at least this stream. Okay, put that away. I need to make shovels, but we're only going to make 1 shovel because I've got to get more pottery started. I think I have enough sticks, maybe. Actually, I don't. No, we'll just make a couple shovel heads and then we'll get... I guess we'll get sifting. We'll play the Sandlot Lottery, which isn't a thing. I just made that up. It's more like the Metal Finder Lottery, as I think it's the equivalent of just walking around the beach with a metal finder, only slower. What? Okay, so that crack of lightning is new? I haven't really heard that. And the sudden darkness, not impressing me. Okay, so we'll put that back. I would call that unlucky lucky timing. But I think we're just in for a lot of rain, which is fine. What I need is fuel and light, so put that there. And we'll just keep that going. And it won't hurt to eat. Yeah, those roots really don't give you much, but they keep you alive. I imagine that they're the most bitter thing. Okay, we'll get those on too. Oh no, Gina. Gina says she's so hungry and tired. Well, isn't it near the end of the day for you? I hope it is. Good stretch. Oh, that one hurt a little bit. Okay. Yeah, I hope it's near the end of your day. It's always good to get home from work. Oh, blue clay. Eventually I'll run out of clay and appreciate that, but oh, Gina's got a cat vaccine and she's going to pick up another cat. Wow. Yeah. Being a cat rescuer, that's a lot of work. And Mr. Washington says, almost off work myself, but got a huge thing of chili that I started a few hours ago as well. Nice. Yeah, I found I got all the stuff to make a really awesome vegetable stew. So that's on the table for me. Not right now, but that's something I'm going to be cooking this week. But right after I brought the stuff home, I found a dry vegetable stew mix that I had bought ages ago, and this stuff is designed to keep for a decade plus. Check the expiry date, and it's actually in 2038, and there's no salt added. So I remember trying it when it was amazing, but I have to try it again because I honestly haven't tried it for 5 years. But it's cool. It goes with my diet. But Kalmatar says I love cats, other people's. Right. So other people's cats. I agree. Um, Mr. Toad says, "Yep, love cats, but highly allergic. So love for others' cats." Yeah, I was allergic when I was a kid. I was allergic as a young adult and onward, but at some point I must have gotten over it because um, a couple of years ago I was over at a friend's place and I didn't know, but their cat was absolutely miserable at the time. So when I reached down to pet her, oh, rusty gear, um, she just went kind of nuts and I dropped something. Um, and I got scratched up pretty good. It was nothing really to write home about. Metal parts, cool. I'm putting that away. I think we already have a rusty gear. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go foraging for food, but I'm going armed with a lot of spears. Okay, that's cool. And we'll pick up what we dropped in the water. But yeah, so when we checked out the scratches, even an hour later, there was no puffiness. I mean, I rinsed everything out, but there was no puffiness, nothing wrong with it, no sign of that I was allergic at all anymore. So I think it's just dander that bothers me, and I can live with that. So when it's time, when I'm not running up and down the province every few weeks or every couple of months, and I have find a cat sitter, I'll probably get a little fur face and adopt. My plan literally is to go to a shelter and tell them introduce me to your black cats because I mean all the black cats I've ever known have all been sweethearts to me. So and I know that they're the last to be adopted. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna try to be a smart ass about this situation and go for the cat that might be next on the chopping block. And hope that she or he is a real sweetie. So is that an arrowhead? Oh, free flint spearhead. Cool, cool. It's not exactly what I was wishing for, but it's okay. But yeah, so and as far as if anyone wanted to ask if Mimi the cat in my most recent series of books is black, I still refuse to describe that cat. She's the people's cat. She defies description. Or she's the same color as the cat that you knew when you were a kid and loved. Or, she's just not describable. Unless, you're imagining Mimi, then she's whatever you imagine. Just small, kitten sized. Because she goes on starships. She doesn't fly them, but yeah, Kat Matar says to describe is to limit. And you're right, but you can't, in my opinion, you can't get away with not describing anything. Like any character. There are some characters that I describe down to the whisker. Um, and usually that's because I have a really strong mental image and I want to set an attitude that is partially visual. But now I'm going into like writing talk. So I don't know. If that's what you're looking for, then cool. Certain things need to be undescribed. Yeah, Kalmatar adds. Yeah, that's true. Um, but you can also dispel that mystery by making the mistake that I've seen some authors make. And this isn't really criticism, it's just not what I do. Um, I've seen some authors go without describing a character for a whole trilogy. And then they're on stage. They're, at some Comic Con somewhere enjoying the fruits of their labors, the celebrity that comes with selling a book really well. And an audience member innocently asks them, I'm wondering, you've never described X character. What do they look like? And I have, no kidding, seen actors, or not actors, seen writers make the mistake of, am I crazy? Maybe. But I thought I picked up some uncooked cattails. Anyway, in a jar. But yeah, they break down and they just smile and say they look like this actor. And it's like, man, you held off on describing that character for a reason and for multiple books. And now you're just telling people this is what they look like, and you're citing a changeable human who is obviously advancing in age, because all of us do, except for Helen Mirren. And I mean, oh, yeah, Kalmatar's opinion is that it's a cop out. I think maybe, or it's wishful thinking, right? Like, if I had a character who was a great big joker and really smart and kind of got off on his wits, but was capable of action, I might slip and say, oh, they look like Ryan Reynolds. Because I'm a huge Ryan Reynolds fan. Um, I think I hopped on board when I saw Van Wilder, which, not a great movie technically, but so much fun. And that's sometimes all you can ask for. But I don't know. There are no characters in my universe that default look like Ryan Reynolds, by the way. That's why I use that example. It's a good one. It's a good example because if you ask me which character looks like Ryan Reynolds, I'd be like, oh, I've never thought of Ryan Reynolds while I was writing. And nothing against him. I'm a huge fan, but it just never happened. Unlike Deadpool. In one of his Deadpool's first appearances in comic books, Deadpool is actually described as sounding, behaving, and looking like Ryan Reynolds. Obviously, it's Alaska. Mr. Toad says, I'm sorry, I missed the context, the moment. I missed the moment that that phrase talks in, or slips into. Or no, Alaka. I'm sorry, I misread the word because I'm in a hurry to read. Yeah, Alaka, voiced by Ryan Reynolds. I mean, if they were doing anything with Spinrad Fringe and Ryan Reynolds was like, I want to voice Alaka, I know you're kidding, but like, I wouldn't say no. I'd just be afraid that he'd steal the show because it's such a serious character. He's a total father figure. Hey, I'd be like, all right, sure, but because it's worked before. Rocket Raccoon was voiced by I can't remember his name right now, but a very serious actor who won stage awards and was already in. I think he was already Bradley Cooper. I think he was. Was that his only time in the Marvel universe? I can't remember, but I was so surprised to hear that Bradley Cooper did Rocket Raccoon. I'm like, really? And he was so good. But okay, so I'm gonna wait for these to finish cooking, and then I'm gonna go running around looking for food because the pit's gonna have to wait. What do we have here? I'm making a mess of my inventory system. This is just inventory. It's no system. So do I want to make another spear? Yeah, I do. I'm paranoid. Cool. Okay. So we'll put the other stuff away. Obviously, none of that fits there. I kind of wish they had an auto sort in this game. All the survival games do these days. But what do you do? Why is there conglomerate stone? And where's my, is that copper? No, it's failurite. Zinc. That's why it wasn't piling with copper. What? Wait. This is what happens when you have a really big monitor. You end up looking between windows like this. Okay. So I just have a bunch of stuff that doesn't fit anywhere right now. Note to self. I have extra shovel heads. Where is the... Is that seriously all my flint? No way. Thought I had a stack of flint. And I do. Okay, so do I have all the tools I really need? No. Okay. Do I have any sticks? I don't think so. I think I used them all, but I'm going to make... Actually, I'm not going to make anything. I have a knife over there. So we will make... These go away. We'll take these tools. Gimme, gimme. There we go. Come on. There we go. That'll have to do. So spear. Shovel. Gonna leave my hoe here. Brilliant. I think it's... There we go. It's a combination of like 2 keys and right click. Okay. And I want to leave my bowl here because why take it with? And that is the last of our food, people. Oh yeah, thank you, Kalmatar. I bet you beat me to it. I just didn't notice. Bradley Cooper. Yeah. He's kind of an awesome guy, as far as I know. That's not an official endorsement. But okay, so still no berries. I mean, I've got enough to make like a case of wine here when they go off, but okay. So I think I'll check our grains. And then... Okay, how much time did I waste down there? Not that much time. Enough. Check our plants and our grains. You guys are almost done, almost done, almost done. Gina would be proud. I'm watching her veggies. And those are going to be good veggies when they're done. So we're just going to do one more trip into the woods. I think we'll go this way. And we will try to find some food, try to find some cool stuff. I shouldn't be running. My character is definitely not in shape for it. Oop. Let's see. We're looking for seeds. We're looking for grains. We're looking for flax, too. I haven't found it yet. That's a big deal. I'm also looking for resin because, I mean, it's pretty amazing finding resin at all. Listening for bees. Hey, we found something. Looking around. Spelt. It's not what we want, but it's definitely not nothing. Give me seeds. Yay! Okay, I got some spelt seeds. I don't think I've been through this area of the woods too much. That's rye, so hopefully we get a seed out of it. Nope. But we can get some finished rye. Seeds. Usually there are 4 plots, but I think it's hidden. So I get some branchy leaves while we're here. Clear some bush. See if there is anything down there. Nope. But yeah, I am actually a little bit tense, but perpetually a little bit happy because I'm 1 or 2 chapters away from finishing. Okay, that's good enough. From finishing the latest book, Rogue Clipper. And that will be the end of her quartet, which you guys probably already know about. But when it comes to endings, the last 6 or 7 books, I've always taken it slow. I finish a chapter, I edit the chapter, I look over it again, then I put it out on Patreon. Readers take a look at it, I get feedback, which is invaluable. And I take a beat. I take a day or two between the chapters. I take care of business that I might have put off while I was writing, or business that's just always waiting, always has to be done. and do my social media stuff, which includes this now, which is nice. Um, but I always give myself time. That's what the games are for. Um, they clear my head and new ideas start coming in. And what is this? Sandstone. Cool. Um, and I also remember things from other parts of the book that might factor into my ending, or I remember little improvements that might actually really matter. That's lead, so we're just going to mark it. Because there's definitely more down there. So it's like there's a pot boiling in my head, but I'm also excited because at any moment I could just throw the mouse and keyboard away, and just for the moment, like not literally, and just say, okay, I'm gonna go write the next chapter, because sometimes you feel so ready and everything's in such good shape in your head. All the ideas are just fitting together like a puzzle that you just have to go. You have to drop everything and go. Um, Sweet. I love me some veggies, even if they're hard turnips. Put that away. I need the turnip seeds. Thank you. And we will eat the berries because we got a bunch. Look for more turnips. So times like these, I mean, kind of looks like I'm taking time off. But the real trick is I just wrote, yay, mushrooms. I just wrote 140,000 words. What am I doing? I got to use my knife. Um, and it's the last book of the series, so that's almost 450,000 words, half a million words. And that's not including the draft that I tossed, which definitely makes it. I'll take some flint. Thank you. Definitely makes it well over half a million words. And with this one main character, um, one set of stories, and yeah, I mean, to take a beat at the end, sometimes it's hard. Not hard like digging ditches or doing customer service, which I've done. I did customer service for, I think, a little over 15 years in total. And that's not including managing a computer store or training people in a different computer store. So I guess I've been doing I did customer service for over 20 years if you consider everything. That job can get damn hard. So it's not hard like that. It's just find something else to concentrate on so you can clear your head and let your brain work its amazing magic, because we have amazing brains. And give yourself time to just think it over before you start scribbling something down or typing something out. Because sometimes when you rush in, you think you're working with magic. You're cooking with atom bombs. You're writing the best thing that anyone will ever read. But sometimes you're fooling yourself. And that's fine. That's what second drafts are for. But I have 4 outlines for this book. It kept developing, and that's good. It means I'm interested. Yeah, Junoi says she hates it when she takes wrong turns. And that's one of the things you're really trying to prevent. because I did it. I did it once and I threw that draft out. And now I'm happy with this one. So it's good. It's very good. Guess the point of what I'm saying, onions, is I want to honor these characters because I grew attached. Um, that's my knife. Or, yeah, that's my knife dying, which is kind of good because I need room for onions and the seeds. Crap. Okay, that'll take a minute. And I'm beside a cave. So, shh. Okay, I've got one spot. What else can I throw away? Oh, I don't need birch seeds. Bye bye. So I want to honor these characters. I definitely want to honor all the readers who stuck around for 3 books because it took a year to write 3 of them. And actually more, I think. And the first book in the trilogy started the released the previous year or the year before that. So I don't want to write a book that doesn't meet or exceed expectations. So giving it every chance to cook is a pretty cool thing. I'm lucky I have a chance. I mean, financially, I'm kind of a mess right now. Kind of. I'm kind of a mess. But I can stretch it just enough to make sure I get this right, or at least the way I think it should be. And so far, people seem pretty happy on Patreon. They get all the previews. They get 2 chapters a week while I'm writing the book. And it's an interesting way to work because usually what happens is you write a book, you steam through it, you do your research during or before, and you power through the book. You overcome problems, you find plot holes, you clog them, or even better, eliminate them entirely. More turnips. Yay. Okay, I'm going to be in food for a while if I get this back home. Which means I'm going straight back home. If I can find it. Where's home? South. That is cracked vessel. I'm lost. Oh, no, it's that way. It's that way. Okay, I'm almost actually pointed in the right direction. So I wish I could remember which author said this because I'd love to give her credit, but I'm afraid it's in that vault of memory that just has random quotes that I know are true. And no names, sadly. The names will come to me in a dream or they'll come back to me when I'm talking to someone else about something else entirely. Um, like maybe talking to Gina and she's like, we can get a cat to Canada for you. And once again, I'll feel bad, tempted, and at the same time, I'll know that it's a compliment because she feels she can trust me with a fur baby. And right in the middle of that, I'll remember the name of someone who I quoted. And I'll be like, oh, it's 2 days too late. But that's the way my brain works sometimes. But there was an author who lived not long ago. She got to see her work published. Shit. Okay, there's something hunting around here, but I want that meat. All over the world. And screw it. I can make a lot of spears. Bye. Can I just throw it? Yep, there we go. I think I threw two spears. Anyway. And she said, I know my books are finished when they feel like magic. Damn. Well, I can go get those spears and I'm going to hurry up and do that, I think. And sometimes the ending of a book feels like that. And I love magic. Okay, I'm going the wrong way, but I'm seeing more food. Forests are awesome. Too bad there's death cap and things that eat me. Um, so yeah, I think that's what I really want to go for. I want people to have that just left the theater after a great movie feeling. I'm not running after the fox. I want to reserve my energy for running away from a bigger predator. I remember walking away from a theater after seeing a great movie. I remember the feeling of seeing Back to the Future, the first one, and the second one. The second one was quirkier and a little weird, but it was a lot of fun. Um, I of course remember what it was like to leave the theater after Return of the Jedi. I'm not singing it, Gina Wee, but I know the song you're talking about when you say, oh, 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 it's magic. I don't remember the tone. That's why I'm not singing it. Otherwise, even with a clogged nose, I'd give it a shot. But yeah, I remember what it was like to leave the theater after that. I remember what it. There was this obscure movie that I saw completely. Actually, it was me and the usher watching it on a Good Friday with Christian Slater, and I can't remember the name of it. Um, very tempted to do something rather rash. Ah, screw it. If someone, the first person to look up the name of this movie and find it, will have a book sent to them. I'll sign it. I'll send it to you early next week because that's when I'm sending my books out. Um, it was with Christian Slater, and it was about him having a failing heart. And that movie was a romantic film that may not have been at the top of the writing craft, but the performances took no prisoners, and it was just sort of a soft story about someone who fell in love and was lost. That movie made me a certain way when I was leaving the theater, especially since I saw it with the usher. Like the usher was at the back of the theater. I didn't notice until I left, but he was in tears. And I was almost in tears. It was crazy. I'm not going to give you a hint. Untamed Heart. I think that might have been it. Yep. So I don't do this often, but I think I owe you a book. I'll look it up after stream. I'm actually getting close to the end here. Okay, what's the... Oh yeah, it's two. So I can take a couple spears, put them down. Actually, screw it. I'll take another one. Put it down. Because I do need to get things cooking because I got some cool stuff. But it's not going to do me as much good raw. Untamed Heart. Mr. Toad. Yeah. It sounds like 93. Sounds about right. Maybe? I'll know when I see it. I'll look it up by name. And if that's the movie, I'll ship a book off to you. Well earned. 'Cause I've always been a Christian Slater fan, actually. Um, Started with Pump Up the Volume. And I don't mean the song, the movie. I think it was written and directed by a Canadian. Well, it was. I know that. I know he at least directed it. And he did some really great films and then disappeared. Okay, I need the turnips for the bode. And the onions for the... Aw, I only have one onion? Oh well. So what have I got here? Okay, excuse me. I don't think the cranberries go with anything. So we're just going to have to use these crazy mushrooms. So that'll be 4 servings. Yeah. Okay. Mr. Washington says, Phew, may have added a bit too much spice for my chili. Yikes. And Kalmatar says, Director Tony Bill. Okay. So Mr. Washington says the first movie he heard Christian Slater in may have been, what was it? Fern Gully. I didn't know he was in that. I don't think I've even seen that, but I remember the commercials. That's not great endorsement of my movie watching um, prowess or my knowledge of Christian Slater. It's not so good. But I swear I've watched most of his movies. And he was great in the Dexter flashback series. Okay, and we're going to put the rest of that in there and we're going to start it. But yeah, I don't know. Something about Christian Slater seems like the perfect smartass. Achinui says, I effing love Fern Gully. I guess I'm going to have to watch it because I know it's a childhood classic for a whole generation. It missed mine. I'm Generation X, but I don't think it missed me by much. Okay, so I have to put some. Mr. Toad says, oh nope, he was Pip in Fern Gully. But I guess the first one I really remember with him, and it was Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. Yeah, he was in that, eh? Yeah, I'm gonna have to just grab his IMDb and start watching all the things because I mean I watched Pump Up the Volume way too many times. I think it led to me podcasting like over a decade later, and I was never that cool. But yeah, I mean it's he's been in some really good movies, some not so great movies, I will admit, but no one's perfect, especially when you're being casted, you're not actually making all the decisions yourself. So my character's fed. I went on a couple adventures. We got the moat started. I think that's a lot of progress. I don't know if I'll be back later on. I still haven't settled on a schedule. I don't know exactly when the best times for me to stream are. Yeah, he was in Heathers. I really remember that. Um, yeah, that was a legendary movie for all the right reasons, I think. Anyway, we did a lot and I had a great time chatting with everybody. But I think it's time for me to log off, have dinner, and we'll see if adventure takes me back to a stream. I really hope you guys had fun too. I'll give you guys a minute to respond to me because that delay, I'll work on it and I'll pause my music here. So, yeah, you guys are having your own conversation. It's great. So, while that's going on, I'm going to roll credits and we're going to play something from Patrick D. 'Emond, as we usually do. And yeah, I hope you all have a great night if I don't see you again tonight. Time to roll credits. I do like saying that.